Have you ever done something small, something you thought no one would notice, only to realize it changed your entire life? That's exactly what happened to me the day I said hello in a language most people in my office didn't understand. I was just a quiet intern, invisible to everyone, until one simple act of kindness caught the attention of someone I never expected. Before we dive in, tell me in the comments, what's one skill you've learned just to help someone you care about? And if you love stories about small moments that make a big impact, don't forget to hit subscribe. 6 months ago, I was the intern no one remembered. My days were spent making copies, running errands, and pretending not to exist. I took the stairs instead of the elevator just to avoid awkward conversations. Somewhere between finishing college and starting my first real job, I'd lost my voice, and with it, my confidence. The only place I still felt like myself was at home, with my little brother, Liam. He was 8, full of life, funny, curious, and deaf. When our parents struggled to communicate with him, I decided to learn sign language. Every night after work, I practiced. It took patience, mistakes, and late-night frustration, but I kept going. I wanted Liam to know that no matter how noisy the world got, someone would always listen to him. It became my secret strength. But in the fast-paced world of corporate life, it felt useless, until one Tuesday morning. The lobby was buzzing, phones ringing, people rushing, everyone too busy to notice much. That's when I saw him, an older man, neatly dressed but clearly lost. He was trying to communicate with the receptionist, but she looked flustered and confused. People passed by without even looking up. Something about the way he stood there, silent, frustrated, reminded me of Liam. My boss had warned us, interns weren't supposed to get involved in front desk issues. But at that moment, following the rules felt wrong. So I walked up, took a deep breath, and signed, "Hi. Can I help you?" The change in his face was immediate: relief, gratitude, disbelief. "You sign?" he asked. I didn't think anyone here would understand. "I do," I signed back. "Who are you looking for?" He hesitated, then signed, "My son. Michael Hartwell." My stomach dropped. Michael Hartwell, the CEO. The man whose name was on every wall and every email. And this was his father, standing here alone. "I'll help you," I told him. "Please, have a seat." I called Michael's assistant and explained the situation. She said he was in a meeting but would try to reach him. In the meantime, I stayed with the man. His name was Robert. He told me about his life in signs, how he used to be an architect, how he helped design part of the Chicago skyline, and how proud he was of his son. His face softened when he mentioned Michael's mother, how they'd met, how much he missed her. But beneath his smile, I saw loneliness. "He's busy," Robert signed. "But I miss him." Minutes passed, then an hour. Still no response. Robert sighed. "Maybe I should go," he signed. "Please don't," I said. "Let me show you around. You should see what your son's built." And so I did. I gave him a quiet tour of the office, the design department, the creative floor, even the break room. He smiled the entire time, taking it all in. People stared, but I didn't care. For once, my hands were doing something that mattered. Then I noticed someone watching from above, tall, serious, familiar. Michael Hartwell. My stomach sank. The CEO had just seen me, an intern, ignoring orders and walking his father through the building. When I looked back up, he was gone. By the time we reached the lobby again, 2 hours had passed. Robert turned to me, eyes glassy. "You remind me of my wife," he signed. "She believed kindness could change anything." Before I could reply, my supervisor stormed over. "Daniel, what were you thinking? You left your desk for 2 hours." But then a calm voice cut in. "Actually," it said, "I asked him to." It was Michael. The entire lobby went silent. He walked up, glanced at his father, then turned to me. "You were helping my dad?" "Yes, sir," I said, unsure what to expect. Michael looked back at Robert and then, to my surprise, began signing. Slowly, awkwardly, but signing. "I didn't know you were here," he signed. "I'm sorry. I've been learning, but, not enough." Robert's face lit up. "You've been learning to sign?" Michael nodded. "I should have done it years ago." The two of them hugged right there in the middle of the lobby. Everyone stopped to watch. It was quiet, the kind of quiet that feels sacred. When they pulled apart, Michael turned to me. "Daniel," he said. "Can you come to my office?" I followed, heart racing. His office was huge, floor-to-ceiling windows, trophies, the kind of view that reminds you how small you are. But Michael didn't sit behind his desk. He pulled up a chair beside his father. "Daniel," he said, "I owe you an apology. For years, my fathers walked into this building feeling invisible. Today, you changed that. You showed him, and me, what inclusion really looks like." I tried to speak, but nothing came out. He continued. "We've always talked about accessibility, but we've never lived it. You made me realize that needs to change. And I want you to help me do it." I stared at him. "Me? I'm just an intern." "You're the kind of person this company needs," he said. "Someone who sees what others don't." Robert smiled and signed, "Say yes." And I did. That decision changed everything. In a few months, I helped launch our first accessibility program. We installed visual alert systems, hired interpreters, and started sign language workshops, for everyone, including executives. Robert spoke at our first event. When he signed, "Inclusion isn't about policy, it's about people," the room erupted in applause. 6 months later, we won a national award for accessibility. When Michael invited me to accept it, I said, "This isn't just about making a company more inclusive. It's about learning to truly see each other." Robert stood in the front row, smiling proudly. Michael signed, "Thank you," to me from the stage. They were closer now, lunch together every Friday, real conversations, laughter. Sometimes I think back to that morning, the moment I almost stayed silent. The moment I decided not to. Because sometimes, the smallest gesture, a simple hello, can change everything. What would you have done in my place? Let me know in the comments below. And if this story inspired you, hit that like button and subscribe for more true stories about the power of empathy and kindness.